Stop. They loose living, party and bullshitting. Podcast girls, they putting they 2 cents in. They loose living, party and bullshitting. Podcast girls, they putting they 2 cents in. Tea sipping, nothing's off limits at the tables they sitting. Zero filter, aka no chill. Grab your seat, there's some popcorn, it gets real. Ella, where you at? Debbie, where you at? Going live, log on. Podcast is the trap. Loose slipping, yeah. They loose slipping, hey. Loose slipping, hey. They loose slipping, hey.
And we are back with another one. What's good, everyone? Welcome to Loose Lips Podcast. This is episode Treyway 33. I'm your girl, Miss Fierce, and I'm extremely tired.
I'm your girl, Damn Cakes and
And welcome to Loose Lips Podcast. So excited to be back with you guys tonight. Shout out to all our lovers and friends who are joining us on Instagram Live. My screen is blank tonight, guys, because I am tired. So you shall not hear me, but you will see me. Well, no, you shall not see me, but you will hear me. Damn. All right, show over.
You will not see her, but you will hear her.
Good night. I'm freaking tired. Shout out to everyone who tuned in and is still tuning in to my interview with S. And Twan out of Anderson, South Carolina. That episode is doing numbers. I really enjoyed doing that episode with them guys, so thank you so much for pulling up on me at the studio. And shout out to TCM, my new freaking team. Let me get with my horn at. So ready to blow that horn all week. Shout out to TCM, Millie, S.I., all them boys down in Anderson. Shout out to Loose Spins. We got a lot of submissions for Loose Spins. I've got 4 songs, but I think I might just do 2 tonight because I don't want us to be here all night. We need to save some for next week. But then again, we might just do all 4 because there's no telling how many we'll get next week. Because we already got a new one in the bag that came in today. So,
yeah. Yep.
So I think maybe we'll go with all of them.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and jump into the show. So we didn't really do a poll, but we posted a question on our Instagram, and the question was, if in a relationship, should you tell your significant other where you are going every time you leave the house? We got a lot of interesting answers.
Yes, we got a lot of feedback on that.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm pulling up. Debbie, you got yours pulled up.
I just got it. All right. So, I had a yes, a yeah. Then I had a wait. Is he at the house or nah? If yes, I would do the courtesy of saying where I'm going and about how long I'll be gone. If no, he isn't at the house, I'm not saying anything. I'm out. If I'm going to be unavailable due to some activities or events, I'll tell him that. Otherwise, nobody has time for that. Somebody commented and was like, I was going to ask the same question. So what she said, I have a yes, just a sign of respect. Somebody said, I do because anything could happen while I'm gone. Somebody left a gift and said, hell nah. Let's see. I have a yes if they are home, but I will get in the car and leave. See you later. I have a no. I say if you in a relationship, you got to look at it both ways. Would you expect for them to call you if they left the house? Give them the same respect that you expect. I got yes, and a yes. That was Facebook.
On our Loose Lips Pod Instagram page, got a hell nah. Got a every time I leave, heck no. If I'm gone longer than normal, I'll call. Got a hell nah. Got a yes. Then got a very intelligent answer from a female. I'm not going to say her Instagram name. Not sure if she would want me to or not, so I'm just not going to say it. But she said, I tell my husband when I'm leaving, as he does when he leaves. It's out of courtesy and respect. Therefore, if anything were to transpire, we are aware of the whereabouts of one another. I believe if there are trust issues or reasons to be secretive, then there are bigger issues that need to be addressed other than simply communicating with your significant other when leaving the house. Then I got a yes out of respect. That was on the Loose Lips page. On my personal page, I got a... Oh, hell, hit the wrong thing.
I'm going to say, when you get yours, I got mine too.
So, on my personal page, I got if y'all hear a little thump, I'm sorry, I'm patting my head. I get a new weave next week. I'm so freaking excited. On my personal page, Miss Fierce 86, I got a yes out of respect, and so they will know my destination in case of emergency or I don't come back in a timely manner. I also got a yes, and if the police hurt you, I'm going to renegade on you and them. And then I got a yes.
All right, so on my Instagram, I got a yes. Yes, ma'am. It is a lot of reasons why you should. I got a hell yeah. What if something bad happens, like you get kidnapped and nobody knows your last location? I got a yes, and then I got a just the respect, So,
I think what you saying?
A lot of the yeses came from people that are in relationships. I know majority of the ones that I got a yes from came from people that are in relationships.
That was the same with mine, and that just goes to show why some of us are in relationships and some of us are not, because I just really think it is a courtesy thing. Like, it's a difference between your spouse really caring about you and just wanting to know where you're at just for, precaution and safety reasons. And then you have the insecure spouses who want to know where you at because they're guilty of doing something. And now they're trying to play their guilt on you. So you just got to know the difference. But we appreciate everyone's feedback. There's not a right or wrong answer. It kind of just depends on, your spouse. But my opinion is, if it's just done in a respectful and a caring way and they just truly want to make sure that you're okay, then yes. If you got an insecure mate, then hell no.
Mine was a simple... When I first was like, no, I'm not telling you if I'm at the house, but when you think about it, when you with somebody and you walking out the door, it's like, hey, babe, I'm here to go to the store, or hey, babe, I'm finna rush to the mall, or hey, I'm gonna get my hair done, or it's just simple and not really telling you, okay, well, at 3 o'clock, no.
Yeah, and plus, when you're in a relationship, most people kind of just naturally just flow in a conversation with what you got planned, yada yada yada, boom boom boom, stuff like that. So, yeah, so. I guess we can go ahead and get into our petty positives.
Loose Lips podcast for that ass.
And shout out to Trap Star. We got our drops in. Shout out to Trap Star. He always comes through whenever I ask him for anything. That's the voice you hear on our intro. So I greatly appreciate him for doing that for us. So I got a petty positive. I just got one for this week. So my petty positive are dudes who are always wearing hats. And, okay, so, the positive is a lot of dudes, when they wear the hats, they look real good with their attire, like they're matched from head to toe. Color scheme is popping. They look real nice, looking real sexy, looking real street. The petty is some of you niggas, when you take those caps off, my God.
Shots fired.
It is a hot fucking mess. And let me tell you where my petty positive came from. So, back in August when I went to go to the Beyonce concert, I met a guy there. We was talking or whatever, yada, yada, yada. So, we follow each other on Snap. And he always has his hat on. Well, a few days ago, he snapped with his hat off, and my God, I about dropped my goddamn phone. I was like, bruh, you were so sexy with that hat on. But when
you like the clown from The Simpsons?
I mean, you know how Neo look when he take his hat off. It's like day and night. It was. I was just like, you know what? Sometimes you just thank God that you just didn't sleep with certain people.
It definitely makes the person. I say that. It's like a hat can hide a lot.
It can. And I know they try to say, oh, you women that wear makeup and weaves like that hot stuff. Yes, some women do look a hot mess when they take their weaves out or when they take their makeup off. But, you know, I'm one person where I can say my makeup just enhances what I already got. Because even on my worst days when I go out and I just feel like I just look real, real bad, I still be pulling them. So you can't shame me. Even before I cut off all my hair, I had a head full of hair, which is growing back beautifully, I might add. But I just miss my weave. But it just scared the hell out of me. Then I had another situation. I'm not going to speak on that because I love my life. And I don't want no smoke. None whatsoever. Because I love my life.
But you know who else looks different with the hat on and off?
Who?
Plies.
Yes.
Oh, it's like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Plies does.
I probably would walk past him if he had his hat off if I see him somewhere.
Let me tell you something. Plies got a head, like, I feel like the way Plies head is shaped, his mama had to have a C-section. Like, you ever look at some dude's heads and you like, yeah, his mama didn't push him out. She couldn't have. Or either she got a lot of stitches. She got a lot of stitches. So, Debbie, do you got a petty positive for the week?
I do.
Oh.
Go ahead and blow your horn.
Oh, the horn is not for that.
When the horn, you got a tutu or something.
Oh, let me find something for you. Hold on.
New Loose Lips podcast for that ass.
So, my petty positive is fucking FedEx.
And another one.
Okay.
Okay.
FedEx lost my package. So they say. The petty is, y'all actually didn't lose my package. It was never delivered. My front office said FedEx never came through, so y'all stole my shit.
Oh.
Okay? It's just that simple. I had it resend out, and this time it required a signature. And when the guy dropped it off, he was spamming on my door like the police. And that made me realize how petty you are. Oh, you're petty because you can't say, you mad because you can't have my stuff this time. Okay? Yeah, I got a sign for that. Run me my package. Y'all got away with it last week. I need my stuff. So the positive is I do have my stuff. The petty is they ran off on my package. Well, with my package.
FedEx out here stealing shit.
Right.
That is not good, FedEx.
Not at all.
That's disgusting.
Right, especially when I have an Amazon Dropbox at my apartment complex.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy you had a petty positive for the week.
Girl, me too.
I'm proud of you. And now, I forgot to give this disclaimer at the beginning of the show. So this episode may run a little bit longer than usual because we got a lot of stuff to get into, and we got our loose spin section. We want to make sure we get everybody's songs played. We want to make sure we get all our content together. And, we go live with our lovers and friends. So there might be a little part we hit a little break because we got to reconvene on Instagram Live because, once again, if you're new to this, Debbie's in Charlotte. I'm in Greenville. We're going live so we can record the show and, of course, have our lovers and friends interact with us. So there's the disclaimer that I should have gave at the beginning of the show. So let's go ahead and get into the news. I got drops for that ass. I got drops for that ass.
His ass is another petty positive.
Who, Trap Star?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen the messages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, you know what? Let me be nice for once. Like, thank you. We appreciate you.
You know what? I was like, let me hurry up and respond behind and see this message. And it's no real love.
I was like, look, yeah, because if I had seen that shit, good, we never would have got these drops because My ass, it wouldn't, like, that shit
I'm
was
gonna
just...
tell you how I know it would have went left. Because I even was like...
Because he was like, don't you check your email? And see, the way I would have handled it would have been like a bitch, a motherfucker. I know good goddamn well you ain't talking to me like that, nigga. And don't even worry about it. I'm pull up where the fuck you at. Like, so, thank God for Debbie checking the DM. Because my ass, we probably wouldn't even be doing a show right about now. You know, sometimes you gotta remind these niggas, like, okay, you can't do that over here. You might can do that wherever else you may be, but over here, nah.
Yeah, I wish y'all could have seen L'Oreal's reaction in my head.
Because Debbie knew. Because it's so funny, though, because we'll get, like, messages or something, and Debbie like, well, before you check the messages, you know, I don't want you to go off. But such and such said. And I'm like, nah, let me call you back. Let me check it. Because I be ready to pop off. But, you know, I'm working on me.
She is.
I'm working on me.
Say high five and hug her from Charlotte because she is doing so good, people. I don't think y'all understand.
I'm working on me.
She is stepping outside of her box.
Oh, I literally just fell out that mug.
She really did. She really, like, is in a whole other shape at this point. Like, she's not even in the box.
But let's not get it confused. I still pop off, but I just pick and choose now when to pop off.
There you go.
Everything doesn't deserve a popping.
Yes, everything just... Put your hands up there, girl.
You know, let me find them. There they go. All right, so I think we're going to start with the depressing news first and then get into the lighthearted stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead because I feel like this should be the last time we talk about this nigga because I'm sick of his shit. Kanye West.
Can we give him a name?
That nigga.
No. Kanye motherfucking West.
You know, I'm so sick and tired of this man. Like,
he needs help. Like, he needs help.
He really does. And it's, okay, so let's start from the beginning. So, Kanye West was on Saturday Night Live. And there was a part of the show, like towards the end, that the cameras, I don't think this was played on air, but this was like something that happened off camera. So let me see if I can pull it up and play it.
You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And then they...
Okay, so the hat he's referring to is that freaking Make America Great Again hat, which is Donald Trump's thing. So he was like, people was bullying him, telling him not to wear the hat, but he feels like because he kind of changed the fabric and all this other type of stuff that the hat is different. So today, Kanye West went to the White House and met with that other nigga, Donald Trump.
He met with that nigga.
And he was hugging Donald Trump, and he said that wearing the Make America Great Again hat gives him superpowers. And he said he was misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder. Kanye said he loves Trump so much, and he hugged him. Now, let's just remind everyone, like, why this is so disturbing. First of all, Kanye West is hugging a man who hates. To me, Trump is the equivalent of Adolf Hitler. If you don't have blonde hair, blue eyes, you don't matter. So currently right now, there are 14,000 immigrant children who are currently detained in modern-day internment camps, which is kind of like what's your camps that the Holocaust had, holding Jews. He called Colin Kaepernick and other NFL athletes son of bitches who kneeled. He's working to ban all Muslims from entering this country. And he called African nations shithole countries. And he has been accused of sexual misconduct by 15 women.
I can say multiple times.
this is the man that Kanye loves so much. I'm just officially done with Kanye. And I believe in a higher being. And hopefully that higher being can send the spirit of his mother to come talk to him. Because there's seriously no one in this man's life to tell him to reach him, basically.
He lost it. He really lost it after his mom passed.
Yeah. And also, this happened like not too long ago on Instagram. So Ryan Henry from Black Ink Crew, Chicago. I watched that show and I like Ryan. But basically Ryan was saying that he was here for Kanye West going to the White House because Kanye West is trying to free Larry Hoover. Deb, do you know who Larry Hoover is? Okay. So let me give y'all a little history. Because y'all know me, I love to read.
Yeah, you do.
So Larry Hoover from Chicago is an American. I don't want to say he's a gang leader, but he founded the Gangster Disciples out of Chicago. Right now, he's serving 6 life sentences in a supermax prison in Florence, Colorado. He's in there for a murder from 1973. And then there was like a investigation done on him for conspiracy, extortion, money laundering, and running a criminal enterprise. And for leading the gang from state prison. So, yeah. I encourage everyone to read up on Larry Hoover. I don't want to go into a lot because it's a lot on this man. So we will be here all night talking about him. But he's from Chicago. So, and he's like a, what's the word I want to use? Like a celebrity when it comes to, like, when you think of people like Rick Ross. And I'm not talking about Rick Ross, the rapper. I'm talking about the real Rick Ross. Or when you think about, just other people who were big in like the street life. It's on the tip of my tongue, the character that Denzel Washington played. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But y'all know who I'm talking about. But he's like up there in the ranks of all these other people. Griselda Blanco and Gotti and all them. So Ryan Henry from Chicago is like, if anything to get Larry Hoover out of prison, we're here for it because Larry Hoover is basically someone that can help save Chicago. Like, they feel like if Larry Hoover is out, he can speak to these young kids and get them to stop killing each other.
Is he going to speak to Kanye West?
Listen, I feel like Kanye can go a different way of getting this man released. He doesn't have to rush and hug Donald Trump because Trump is playing you, Kanye, like you're a puppet in this little game that Trump is playing.
My thing is, I just don't see him helping him get out of jail, if that's what you're doing it for.
I mean, Kim Kardashian is able to get that lady pardoned, but the thing is, Larry Hoover to government officials and to the police, like, they don't want to see that man out.
On the street? No.
Because he had a lot of power. They don't like to see people who look like us with a lot of power. At all. So, I'm over Kanye. I would rather not speak about Kanye anymore unless he does a 360. Because everyone's saying, I want the old Kanye. I would like the old Kanye back, but it would be nice to see what if Kanye had never got with the Kardashians and had handled his mother's passing, in a healthy way, how he would have turned out. So, yeah, I'm over him. Anything else you want to say about Kanye, Debbie, before we bury him?
I missed the real one.
New Loose Lips podcast for that ass.
All right, so we done with Kanyeism.
And another one. New Loose Lips.
So,
you haven't dropped.
Yeah, I did another drop. So, okay, so it came out that this story was fake, but when I first read it, it was funny as hell. So I'm going to touch on it. So, they said that Bill Cosby got slapped by a chicken patty in prison. Now, it's not funny, but it's funny. Because when he first went to prison, they said he got hit with a hot dog. Now, mind you, Bill Cosby is blind. So he can't see y'all throwing this prison food at him. You know, he don't know what's coming until it hits him. Now, it came out that the story was false, but it was just funny to think of, you know, him getting hit with a chicken patty. It was just hilarious in my head. You know.
They was talking about it on the radio this morning, and they were saying it was thrown. Somebody threw it at them. They didn't smack it with it. They threw it at them.
Okay. First of all, I'm not throwing no food. Y'all know me.
I feel like y'all in jail. Y'all need everything that come by y'all. And y'all just got food to waste.
First of all, y'all know me. I love my food.
But we know you not throwing away.
I'm not throwing. I'll throw my child. I'll throw my phone. I'll throw my wig. But I'm not throwing my food at you.
You throw your lashes?
I mean, they're not going to get far. But, you know. But I'm not throwing no food at nobody, okay?
Yeah.
That's not happening.
But they say he's been in confinement anyway. He's been under evaluation.
Yeah, and it's...
He's been out in general population.
And they just released a story saying that he wants out of prison, but everybody wants out of prison, Bill.
Right.
Everybody does. You know, I have my feelings on this Bill Cosby situation. I just feel like if you're going to have people come out 30 years later and make these accusations against these men, Bill Cosby shouldn't be the only one locked up.
No.
Because he wasn't the first person. There was a bunch of white men who was accused of this shit prior to Bill Cosby, but he happens to be the only one who was walked into prison.
Including your president. They president.
Yeah, I was just finna say that ain't mine. Speaking of president, I gotta let y'all know about this back and forth I had with this white lady on Twitter. I gotta tell y'all about that too, so don't let me forget that, Debbie.
I'm gonna put it down.
Okay. So, let's see, what else we want to talk about? If anybody cares, Amber Rose and Blac Chyna are no longer friends. We don't really know why they're not friends, but okay, whatever. And Amber Rose has a new man also, which, I mean, who didn't see that coming?
She always have a new man.
She always does, you know. I mean, live your best life, sis.
They take you back to the meme, you know.
Yeah.
What? That was funny. I can't even remember what the fuck is it.
My thing is, Amber Rose is always saying, you know, how people call, you know, Amber Rose claims to be a feminist, but, I mean, I think she just kind of used that word to kind of use it as a shield. Yeah, basically, that's it. You know, she tries to use it as a shield as to why she's slinging that Hot Pocket all around town. Yeah.
She don't mind passing it out.
She don't. Ugh. I mean, I'm just...
You get some. She's an Oprah Winfrey.
I mean, when it comes to your private area, like, that's everybody's business who you invite to your private area, excuse me, and what you do. I even think even when you're a public figure, it's still your business to an extent. But my thing is, like, I mean, just me personally, and I know everyone is different. Myself personally, I just can't do that. Like, even if I'm single, like, and not technically in a relationship with anyone, you know, I can talk to multiple dudes and go out on dates, but I can't sleep, like, be intimate, have sex with multiple dudes. Like, I can't sleep with a dude, say, on Tuesday and turn around and sleep with a different dude on Friday. Like, I can't do that. I will feel a certain type of way about myself. But to each their own. I just can't do it. But live your best life, Amber Rose. So, let's see. While we were away, Cardi B surrendered to the police, but she walked out like a few hours later. So, sis is good. And supposedly Cardi B and Meek Mill have a song together that's supposed to be coming out.
I'm ready to hear it.
You know, I'm all for Cardi B. I'm Team Barty.
But
I just don't know because Cardi B's kind of loud when she raps. Meek Mill is loud. Like, I'm going to have to play the song on very low volume.
You know what? It reminds me when it first came out and me and you were talking about her album. Is it Get Up 10?
Yes. That's her version of Meek Mill's.
You're like, this reminds me of Meek Mill.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that Get Up 10 is a hard-ass intro. Just like Meek Mill's intro. Like, even when people still play it now, like, you get the crowd crazy. Like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? And that's Get Up 10. But can you Can you imagine? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Cardi, Barty, bitch, getting that money. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to play. Like I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna buy it. But I'm gonna have to play it on real low volume.
Put it on
One. Because I don't want, Lord, if Cardi B ever say, turn me up my headphones, I'm like, excuse me, wait, please don't turn her up, pause. She don't need it. Please don't turn her up.
Bitch, you got low all the way fucked up.
I just feel like, I'm going to listen to the song. I want to song because I'm pretty sure, I like Nick Mills, I like Cardi.
Yeah.
I think I would just want to know what Nicki got to say.
I mean, you know Nicki gonna have something to say because she's Nicki, but what Nicki's gonna do is be very subliminal with it. Gonna throw the rock and hide her hand and play victim.
As always.
Yeah, so she's gonna say something, but she's not gonna be directly like, oh, Cardi, Meek Mill, this. No, she's gonna be very subliminal about it. And speaking of Cardi, they had the American Music Awards sometime this week, because right now we're recording and say, what is it, Debbie, Thursday?
It's Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday, I don't even know the date.
My days are so gone. But anyway, the American Music Awards were sometime this week, and Cardi B performed. I like it, and she freaking killed it. Okay. She also won Favorite Artist Rap and Hip Hop, and also won Favorite Song Soul R&B with Finesse by Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B. And she also won Favorite Song Rap Hip Hop Bodak Yellow by Cardi B. So that's 3 awards that she won. And then the Migos won 2 for Favorite Duo or Group Pop Rock, which I don't understand why they was in a pop rock category because they're rap. They're hip-hop, but whatever.
Just take it.
Just take it. They got an award, you know.
Right.
Let's see. The other winners, XXXTentacion won Favorite Album, Soul R&B 17, which I actually listened to that album prior to him being murdered. So I wasn't one of the ones that kind of just started listening to him after he was murdered, but I listened to him prior to that, and that's a really great album. Let's see, where are all the black people at? Favorite male artist, Soul R&B, Khalid. I like him. Favorite female artist, Soul R&B, Rihanna. I guess I'll take that. I prefer Beyonce, but whatever. Favorite soundtrack, Black Panther. Debbie, are you talking to feelings?
No, I'm talking about you.
What?
Well, you was like, I prefer Beyonce.
I do prefer Beyonce, but whatever. Sis, you can have it, whatever. Speaking of Black Panther, it came out today. Ryan Coogler plans to begin writing Black Panther sequel in 2019. Meaning he's going to start writing it next year, meaning we probably won't get the movie till 2022. So I'm planning on... I mean, a lot of people speculating whether he was going to come back and do the sequel, which, of course, Marvel Studios are going to bring him back to do the sequel. I mean, the first one, made box office history, so why would you mess up the formula? It's just, I don't want to wait that long for Black Panther, but we do have the new Avengers movie coming out next year, so...
I want to know why you was good at sequel. Why not just release it when you release it, maybe the year before? It's just too damn long to be waiting on the movie.
But, that's the thing with Marvel movies. It do kind of take that long because, one, Marvel movies with the Avengers and stuff, they all kind of intertwine with one another, so they have to keep it on a certain timeline. And then, two, with all the effects and stuff that they use, they can't shoot those movies in 4 weeks. And then you got to kind of stay true to the comic book story because Black Panther has a lot of history. Like, in the comic books, okay, gonna give y'all a little school. Everybody coming to class. So I can talk to y'all.
Straighten my glasses up. You see me put my glasses on?
Okay. So, in the comic books, and shout out to my son because he loves the Avengers. He loves comics. He collects those. So he schools me on this. Black Panther. Okay, so you know in the Black Panther movie, Killmonger dies. In the comic books, Killmonger dies as well. Also. But in the comic books, Killmonger is brought back to life. What? I'm sorry, my daggone iPad was trying to tell me that it's full. I know the storage is full. So, I mean, I'm gonna get you together. So what was he talking about? Okay, Killmonger. So, in the comic books, he was killed as well, but he was brought back to life. And he was brought back to life by, hold on, what is her name?
Sister?
No, Madam Slay. Madam Slay resurrected Killmonger. She was his lover. And Madam Slay, she, like, in the comic books, like, always had, like, these leopards around her. So, in the comic books, Black Panther was married to, which is T'Challa, he was married to Storm from X-Men. Because Storm was from Africa. So, there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of history between T'Challa and Killmonger and T'Challa and Storm. So, you know, if you're going to, I hope they stick as true to the comic books as they can. Huh?
They gonna bring back Halle Berry?
This thing, Halle Berry can never play Storm again. She probably be Storm's grandmother, Thunderstorm. But she could never, she could never be Storm again. Okay? She can't. She just can't. She cannot be Storm again.
Why she can't be Storm?
She can't. They would have to bring in, fresh meat.
What about Rihanna?
I could see Rihanna as Storm.
I can see that.
But this is the thing. Okay, so Marvel owns the Avengers, of course. Fox owns X-Men. Fox Studios. They own the X-Men. But Disney, I believe, bought them. So with Disney buying all of them, now they can, like, integrate the stories the way they're supposed to be. Because if Disney had not bought them, Marvel probably would not have been able to use Storm because she's owned by somebody else. Yeah. So hopefully they stay as true to the comic books as they are, because I would love to see that, you know, played out in the movies. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I don't read comics.
Yeah. Well, I read the news, and my son is into the comics, and so that's how I'm all into the Avenger world now, because he loves that stuff, so.
Yeah.
So I'm hooked now. So the last part of News with Loose Lips tonight, I have to tell y'all about this white woman. Miss Chanel. Huh?
You skipped over the last one? Or you're not going to do it? Okay.
Which one? Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's engaged to a white woman. If anyone cares.
Well, he better have 10 kids.
Yeah. I mean, listen. He got the money for it. So. Well, most of them are older now, so.
Yeah. I think like 29.
Yeah.
28.
So.
Low and Deb got a story to tell.
So, I was on Twitter Saturday. Yes. So what happened was, let me give you the beginning part. So Eric Reed, who plays for the Carolina Panthers, kneeled through the anthem. And oh my God, all the Caucasians who are not our allies in this war of injustice that us black and browns go through were on Twitter saying, oh, the Carolina Panthers need to fire him. He's stupid. Why did he do that? I don't want to see that. Yada, yada, yada. Boom, boom, boom. So one of the girls who tweeted about that on Twitter, I tweeted her. And I said it in a very respectful way. I was like, may I just ask you, why is it, actually, let me pull it up. I asked not out of rudeness, but one, do you truly know why we kneel? And two, have you listened to the entire national anthem? Do you know the full song and not the one verse that is sung? And just to school everybody, the national anthem has 3 verses. The first verse is the one that they sang. The last 2 verses are racist. So I encourage you all to Google the lyrics and read it, and then read the interpretations behind them, and read about the man who wrote the national anthem as well to see why we say it's racist, because it's blatantly racist. So anyway, she tweeted me back. She said Kaepernick's goal was to bring attention to the many cases of police brutality against African Americans, using both the high-profile platform as an NFL player and the large stage provided by NFL games to raise awareness. Has nothing to do with the third verse, referring to the national anthem. So when she said that to me, that just made me aware that she truly understands why the NFL players are kneeling, especially Kaepernick. And just to school y'all once again, Kaepernick kneels out of respect because a veteran told him it's more respectful to kneel versus you just sitting there. So that's why he did that. So I replied back to her. I said, so if you understand the reasoning behind the kneel, why are you and so many upset? Especially when someone who served in the armed forces advised Kaepernick to kneel instead of just sitting down. And I mentioned the national anthem because it's a racist song. So she replied back to me, because I want y'all to know, she said basically she's upset because they can bring attention to their cause without offending the men and women who have given their lives to protect our freedoms. I have 2 family members who have fought and died for our freedoms. If you can't understand how their actions make my family feel, I'm sorry. So I replied back, and if you can't understand how my people feel, well, I'm not sorry. My father was in the army, so was my grandfather, and both have been disrespected by this country, even though they fought for this country. We're damned if we do, damned if we don't. So then she replies back and says, I respect your opinion, and we have to agree to disagree. And I thanked her for a respectful conversation. She truly understands why we do it. They basically feel like we should do something different. They feel like us kneeling is disrespectful, even though someone in the armed forces said to kneel. So,
not that he was not black.
Yeah, he was a white man. So then, here comes her auntie, or whoever is related to her. And how I know they're related? Because they have the same last name on Twitter. So, Miss Chanel. I'm not going to say your last name, but Miss Chanel came in. After I had a respectful conversation with her family member. I don't know how they're related, but you got the same last name, so you're related. So she comes in asking about the third verse. What does this mean to you? And I nicely sent her the lyrics to the song, a snippet of the background of the person who wrote the song, and was like, this song is racist. So she starts to go in on, if you know your history, MLK advocated for the quality of a person's character, not a skin color or how they look. Protest to spark intelligent debate is good, but not to cause harm. Now, pause, Chanel, because the protest that they're doing on the field does not cause harm. They are kneeling. So what are you talking about? So then she starts to say she's a minority because her great-grandfather is Cherokee Indian. Miss Chanel, you're a white lady. When you fill out job applications, you mark white. You don't mark black. You don't mark Latino. I know you ain't marking Indian because you got a teaspoon of Indian in you. You feel like you're a minority. So I nicely told her that, ma'am, if someone looked at you, your skin tone wouldn't be judged, but mine's will. So then she goes on to say that there's no statistics to show that black and brown people experience police brutality. I said, so you need statistics to realize that police brutality exists? It existed prior to police uniforms. It's called the KKK when they wore sheets over their heads. And I said, you know what? You feel how you feel and I feel how I feel. I said, we're not getting anywhere but back and forth because we literally have been going on for a day and a half.
Yeah.
So then she goes on to say that Again, police brutality, the statistics don't support your claim. I asked her, why are you so upset about people kneeling, but no one's upset about the Catholic priest molesting kids? No one's upset about people going to these schools shooting and killing kids. No one's going at the NRA about these gun laws. So then I said, you're a white woman who feel how she feels. I had to remind her, you're white. You're not a minority. I said, remember your white ancestors took the Indians' land and many others. Because she tried to bring up the Trail of Tears, trying to say, oh, I could have let the oppression of my people take me down, but I didn't. I worked hard, and maybe you all shouldn't just stay out of trouble. So then I said, good day and God bless. No need to continue this conversation because you failed to listen, and I'm sick of your ass. That's when the hood came out of me. Because I was tired of her. So then she said, it hurts your head to insult me and to not answer simple questions. If I wanted to cry about oppression, I could. My ancestors were thrown off their land. Remember the Trail of Tears? I chose to not be a victim. Maybe you should try it sometime. Your head will hurt less fierce. Oh, when that bitch called me fierce, that's when I went off. In the Anderson, South Carolina, and the Florida water that runs through my blood came out. And I said, girl, bye, because you don't know me. Myself and countless others have worked hard for everything we have. I don't have to prove nothing to you, but I graduated high school top 10 percentile. And I did. I graduated with honors and got a full academic scholarship. And I told her, it hurts my head to talk to ignorant idiots such as yourself. Then I turned around and said, now let me give you the hood version. Fuck out my Twitter feed, ho. Don't bring your ass back. So then she started talking about me calling her name. So I purposely started to say, white lady. I will call you every name I want because you earned it. You've insulted my race and me. And I told her I'm open to conversations because they are needed. But what I'm not open to is white people who have a hint of Indian in them. Had to remind her, bitch, you got a hint in you thinking that they have experienced injustice. And to insinuate that we cry oppression and don't work for anything, white lady, you're stupid. Black and brown people have done nothing but work to build this country because this country was built off the back of our ancestors. White lady Chanel, your ancestors went to Africa and not just Africa, other places, and got us, our ancestors, to come back to this country after you had already threw the Indians off of their land because this was their country. Christopher Columbus did not discover this place. Christopher Columbus was a rapist. Christopher Columbus was selling kids into sex slavery. And we have fucking Columbus Day. Why you think there's so many black and brown people in Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Africa? Because the slave ships stopped at different places before they came to America, and you put our ancestors on this land that you stole to do the work that your ancestors did not want to fucking do. So don't you ever in your fucking life call black and brown people lazy, because we have worked for everything that we have, and we have to continuously work. Our ancestors' work are not done. MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Mary McLeod Bethune, all of our ancestors' work is not done because of lazy, ignorant, bigot white people such as yourself who believe that because you have a hint of Indian in your white ass, that you are a minority and that we scream oppression, we scream injustice because of the bullshit that you continuously put us through, and we're raising our kids in this world and we just want it to be a better place. And that's what you people fail to fucking realize. And it pisses me off because, yes, I post funny stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and I say funny stuff, but what you will not do and what you were not expecting and what scares you people is intelligent black and brown people who know their facts, who read. And we don't just read the shit that you hand to us in the school book because we know that there's more to life than what you put in front of us. That's what you all are afraid of. And with midterm elections coming up, I hope everyone is registered to vote. Because our vote does count. If you think our vote does not count, look at the situation that we are in now. Those people showed up to the polls to get their own into the office because he spoke to their soul. He spoke to what they believe in. So we need to vote to get the people in there that stand for us. So I'm sick and tired of you whites. And I'm not talking all whites because not all whites are like that. I'm talking about the ignorant racist ones. And I had this conversation with this lady on Twitter to show that you can't talk to people like that. because they have it made up in their head already what it is and what it ain't. Even with reality in their face, even with videos of Eric Garner being put into an illegal chokehold because chokeholding is illegal by the police in New York, but they did that anyway, and he was killed. And the police did not get any time. It's right there in front of you. But yet y'all don't see it. You see what you want to see. So I am awful, Chanel, because just thinking about it pisses me off. But to all of our listeners, to all of our black and brown people, and when I say black and brown, I'm just not talking about black people. I'm talking about Latinos. I'm talking about Asians. I'm talking about anybody who really feels injustice in this country. I encourage you all to vote. I encourage you all to read. I encourage you all to know who is in your state of representative, who is in your Senate. Lindsey Graham for South Carolina voted for Brett Kavanaugh to be on the Supreme Court, and he needs to be voted out. You have to know your shit. I joke, I laugh, I get ratchet, I cuss, but what I am is an intelligent black woman, and I scare you people. I scare you white people who think that when you look at me, I don't know my shit. I know my shit. And I will always know my shit. And I will always be on my shit. And that's all I have to say. I'm sick of you niggas. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about white people.
Well, I can see you shake.
Low and Deb, back with another story.
So, we're going to take a little break because I'm pretty sure Instagram is going to cut us off in a little bit. Because we've been recording for 51 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to beat Instagram to the punch.
So, you're going to take 5?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and stop this because white people have got me upset. We're going to take a break because we got to go back live for our lovers and friends. And we're going to get into our main topic tonight, which is sleeping with other people's spouses. So, going to take a break and pray I hit the right button when I come back. As always. So we can jump into our topic. This bitch. And I hit the right button. Yay, we are back. Whew, had to take a little break, y'all. White people just get me so upset, child. Just get me so upset.
Bruh.
And disclaimer, not all white people.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Just some of them.
Don't understand.
The racist ones. That's it. The racist, ignorant ones. Because I know that there are people out there who are on our side. You know, all lives will matter when Black lives matter, when Latino lives matter, when Asian lives matter. Everybody has to matter in order to say all lives matter. So that's why we scream Black Lives Matter. So I'm all for that. Let's get into our ratchet topic for the night. Sleeping with other spouses. Sleeping with other people's spouses. That's the topic for the night. So.
Sleeping with somebody you know belongs to somebody else.
Yes. And I chose this topic, well, because, you know, I kind of, whenever I choose a topic, it's based off of stuff that has happened in real life. And I think that when you're on this journey called life, everyone experiences a situation where they come across someone that they like and could possibly be in a relationship with somebody else. Slime, live TV, hell nah, damn. I would like to know, Slime, live TV, why you left that comment. So, Debbie, have you ever slept with someone else's spouse?
I have.
Okay. I have myself.
I mean, let's see. Sometimes you just don't care. And that's just what it boils down to. You don't care. At the time, I didn't care. I wasn't concerned. I really didn't give a fuck. I'm just going to be honest with you. I really didn't give a fuck.
Slime Live TV says about respect, for real, for real. Are you referring to sleeping with other people's spouses, Slime Live TV?
And it was not, how do I put it? I'm just going to be honest with you. It was just the fact that I didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
I didn't care about the spouse. But now, as you get older, you kind of sit back and you think about stuff. when you've been put in that other shoe.
Yeah.
She thought I did it. And it leaves you like, but bitch, you knew he was with. Yeah, now it matters.
Yeah.
Now you care when you have to wear them shoes.
Yeah. And I think when you're younger too, because when we're younger, I believe we just savages to a certain extent. We just don't care. I know. So I have slept with someone else's man. Slime Elite TV. I'm sorry. I just, I butcher names on this show sometimes. I apologize. We will fuck up a name real quick. But I have slept with someone else's man. He was actually married. And so let me tell the story because I did not know he was married. I met him through one of my male cousins who I'm really, really close with. We was at a cookout, actually at the guy's house. And, he honestly, there was nothing up in his house to insinuate that he had a wife, kids, none of that. My cousin didn't insinuate it. Me and this guy exchanged numbers. We started kicking it. And then, I got the infamous private call one day. I pick up the phone and she's like, can I speak to Carmen? First of all, that's my daughter's name. But I have her name tattooed on my arm, so I guess she just assumed it was my name. And that's when I kind of just knew at that moment, because my third eye just stays open. This female deals with this male I'm dealing with. Then come to find out that it's his wife. And I just didn't understand because I tried to end the whole relationship and he did not want to leave. Like, he continuously showed up at my house. He continuously called me, text me. Like, he was not wanting to leave. So, I went up to her job one day. Oh, yes, my pull-up game is very strong. And I told her everything because I have no reason to lie. So, we both went back to her house and confronted him. And, of course, he was like, oh, she don't mean nothing to me, baby. She crazy, yada, 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 boom, bam, boom. Okay, I don't want you. I'm just letting your wife know what's going on.
He told the wife that you was crazy?
Yes. So, of course, whatever. So, I leave. Not even 10 minutes later, he called me. I can't believe you did that shit, but I'm going to be over there later on. What? Do you not recall the conversation we just had in your garage with your wife?
With your whole wife.
With your whole wife, my nigga. Your whole wife.
Your whole wife.
Your whole wife. And I just never understood, and I still to this day do not understand why men and even women will have a spouse at home and do everything. Like, it seems that you're in a great relationship. May not be perfect, but it's great. It's 80-20. Y'all all on social media lovey-dovey, but yet you out here trying to taste forbidden goods.
That gets to my situation. Well, I'm going to say one of my situations because I've done it more than once. It is what it is. And it came from me and him were friends. And me and him were friends. We were friends, and it kind of was almost like his wife really wasn't supportive of what he was doing. So at that point, he was kind of pushing him away. On top of that, he had other stuff that he was dealing with, and I feel like she just really didn't know how to be there. She didn't really understand. She grew up in a household where it was both of her parents. She always had mommy and daddy. He didn't really have that. And something happened with one of his parents, and she was no longer here. So it was like she didn't understand when it came to grieving a parent or supporting him with what he wants to do. You pretty much pushed him away to somebody else anyway. So, and one night it just kind of happened. It just happened. And it was never, I can say in that situation, it was not intentional. I can say it wasn't, I didn't give a fuck because we were friends, so we talked about the whole, marriage and, we'll give you advice and stuff like that. But shit just happened.
And things do happen, in the heat of the moment. I think everyone's been there. My thing is, like, even now, like, is there some men out there that I come across that belong to somebody else and I want? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the damn time, okay? But you have to learn how to control that. You don't have to react to every feeling or emotion that you may feel. Yes, that person is fine. You might be saying like, I'll do some things to that person, but keep it in your mind and just leave it there. Because at the end of the day, that person, even though that person might be like in your ear saying, I want you or did. Okay, great. Thank you for wanting me. But this could never be. Because let me tell you something, ladies. Y'all be getting all upset with the other female when, sis, you really don't know that we've been curving your nigga and trying to save your household. So y'all getting all upset with us, but really you should be upset with your man because that's who you lay up with at night. But we've been saving your household.
Save a house, not save a house. Save a house.
I save houses, not hoes.
Save homes.
Save homes. Like, shit, call me Section 8. Saving homes out here, okay? I am saving homes, all right? But it's something about that forbidden fruit. I ain't gonna lie, though. Like, it be exciting sometimes.
Sometimes they got that forbidden fruit be bitter as a motherfucker. Okay?
It do. But then sometimes, see, that's that Eve-ness. See, Eve took her little happy ass over there to that damn tree. And ever since she done went to that damn tree, we just be wanting everything forbidden.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It be bitter as hell. Have you ever did it and be like, now why the fuck did I just waste this?
Girl, yes. That's why.
Get that goddamn fruit on the tree.
That's why I be reluctant to let anybody come to my candy store because I don't want to be wasting, my goods.
Wasting good old money.
Yeah. Ain't nothing.
Your money ain't good here.
Yes. That's what we should put that on a shirt.
Your money ain't good here.
Put that on the good old hood. But it just be, like Idris Elba right now is in a relationship. But if he came to me and was like, Lo, I want to taste it. I'm going to have to let him. I'm going to have to let Idris taste it.
So what's your response to that?
I'm going to let him do it. I'm like, you ain't said nothing but a word. Come here, baby. You ain't said nothing but a word. Like, I'm going to play my role. I'm going to know my part. I'm going to play my role very, very good. I'm going to get an Oscar. I'm going to play that bitch so well. You understand me? Because, that's Idris Elba. But if you're a broke nigga from the hood,
I ain't got time.
Matter of fact, I'm going to drop you off and be like, sis, here he is. He out here tripping again. Found him in somebody else's yard.
He out here trying.
But it just be, some forbidden fruit you got to go for.
Just go for the tree.
Yeah, I mean the whole tree, not just the fruit.
Do you get like the basket? Just get the basket, bitch, and just shake it. Shake it and see which ones come down.
Yeah, I'm getting the edible. Okay.
But make sure they ain't got no brown spots on it.
Yeah, it can't have no brown spots on it. But every person has been in this situation, male or female, that you just see something so good. So good.
And the shit was right on the inside.
And you ain't supposed to have it. Like, okay, for instance, me and Debbie. We in our late 20s to early 30s.
Okay.
And shut up. You shut up and you keep riding with this car, okay?
I'm riding. I'm in
okay.
there. Look, I'm in there. My seatbelt on.
Put your seatbelt on. Okay.
I'm keep on driving.
Keep driving. Okay. So,
Debbie
and I
Fuck out of here, alright?
are in our late 20s, early 30s. And, you know, you're supposed to grow out of certain things. But we have not, and I don't think we ever will grow out of a hood nigga.
I think we done tried.
We have tried. I have tried to date a man in the corporate world, wearing a suit, driving a safe car. When I say a safe car, I'm talking about like a Toyota Prius. He got like a Dodge Avenger. He driving a Honda. You know, he drive a safe car. But for some reason, we keep ending up in these Camaros, the new Dodge Challengers, a GMC truck, a Lexus, an Audi. You know, we ain't grown out of that. You know, it's just like when I see a dude ride by in a Honda, I'm like, oh, okay, but let me see a Camaro come up with tinted windows and you can smell the weed.
Little bit of smoke coming out.
Bitch, I'm fixing my bra. I'm fixing my weave, making sure my lip gloss popping because I know it's forbidden. I know
you don't know these two bitches.
I know I shouldn't want. He said, you don't know these two bitches. It just fit perfectly. We know it's forbidden fruit. But yet, the minute Rashawn, and I'm just giving out a name, Rashawn step out the car with 2 gold chains, a bottom grill, tall, dark chocolate, fresh cut, smelling like Burberry cologne, a little bit of weed, and a little bit of arsheen on his beard.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now what we're not going to do, though.
What?
Is Rashawn, you say Rashawn?
I just threw out a name.
Okay, we're going to say Rashawn. That's not what you said.
I did say Rashawn.
Oh. No more than 2 chains, please. Because if you have more than 2, we're going to keep on walking.
You don't like a lot of chains?
No. His ass is going to smell like a penny.
Not unless they real. Now, if they real, they not going to smell like a penny.
Okay, well, either way, I don't want to see all that shit on your neck. Okay?
That is true. And also, ladies, let me give you...
It makes me feel like you got on one of them baby girl shirts.
And let me give you a tidbit, ladies. Just because the nigga got a lot of jewelry on him, mean he got a lot of money, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I have and deal with men with a lot of money. Let me tell you something. The ones that are not flashy, that you think is not the boss, it's really the boss. The shot caller. The head honcho. Okay? But, you know, if I smell a little bit of weed in the air, it's like...
Bitch, I walked outside yesterday and they called me.
You was smoking weed?
No!
Oh, well, I was like, when did this happen, Debbie?
So, I'm walking out yesterday, and you've been in my apartment, so I come outside, and as I go down the steps, I'm like...
Deb, would you school these niggas?
They said, oh, you looking for them, huh?
Yes, that is the forbidden signal, okay? You smell a little bit of weed, and you know it's niggas in the vicinity, okay?
Oh, Jesus. But you know what you said brought me back to the status that Monica shared. I'm going to read her status right quick.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Go ahead, read it to the people.
Some of the realest, most well-respected, respectful men were born and raised in the hood. It's a whole lot of these spoon-fed, ain't never had to work for nothing men who really ain't about nothing. No hustle in them, no ambition, no drive, or anything. Just looking for someone to give, and give. Get you a man that knows what it's like to get it out the mud. He may teach you a thing or two, boo.
That's very true. It says men that come from the hood, or just not just the hood, someone who's experienced something and had to get it out the mud, they are liable to teach you something. Because I've always noticed the most respectful people that you meet are the ones who grew up and didn't have a lot. And the most rudest people that you meet are the ones who grew up with everything.
That is very true.
Very true. I think that's
You have the people who have been given, like, they don't have no drive.
They don't.
They are expected for everything to be given because that's all they know.
Yep.
That's all you know, so that's how you think you should live.
And that's not the
case. And that's just not a good thing to have, period. Like, I want to look back and know I work for, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling when you know you done put in the work for it.
Yes, it's like a joy.
Versus somebody giving it to you. It don't feel the same.
It don't.
It don't feel the same.
I like to work. I have worked, everything that I have worked for. Everything is in my name. Yes, I'm in the dark again, Monday Night 81. Shout out to Monday Night 81. He's our third guest. Not our third guest, our third host. And he always starting shit.
Yeah, he's trying to send us something.
What did he try to send?
I don't know, but we can see it.
Oh, okay. Well,
probably something stupid. Probably something smart.
Probably something we didn't need to see. So that was God working in mysterious ways. But back on our topic about sleeping with other people's spouses. To you people,
what you got to say about sleeping with other people's spouses? Monday 1981.
To the people out here sleeping with other people's spouses is your life. You can do whatever you want to do. I just hope you can fight when that person find out.
Okay, so here's the thing. How about this? We're going to probably be here for a while because we got some other stuff to go over. Email us if you have a story that you want to share. Or you can even leave us a message in our DM. Give us a story. We know you got some story. We know you got some crazy stories. Okay? I ain't, some sneak out the back door stories. I don't got none of them. Do you got any of them? I ain't never had to sneak out the door. Okay.
I got one. Now, I didn't sneak out the door, but I snuck somebody out the door. So, okay, so I've told the story about my ex fat ass. And I told the story about my ex who I was engaged to. The man I was engaged to was prior to fat ass. But my ex who I was engaged to, we broke up on good terms. So we still had a great relationship. And when we got together, we started off as friends. We were like friends for 2 years before we got together.
Okay.
So me and fat ass was having issues. Like, we were having big major issues. So I was at my townhouse and my ex came over. Because he had came to check up on the kids because he still had a great relationship with my kids or whatever. And we were just sitting there talking and stuff and we fell asleep. Well, I didn't know fat ass was coming to my house. And so he called and he was like, I'm on the way. I was like, oh, shit. So I'm telling my ex, I'm like, well, you got to go. He going to pull up in a minute. Just go out the back, through my patio. He's like, nah, I'm going through the front door. No, nigga, you're not going through the front door. You coming out the back. Like, he was trying to be all hard and shit. And I'm just like, look, bro, fat ass is fat. So he gonna beat you up if him see you, okay? So I need you to go out the back. I'm trying to save your life. So he goes out the back, but this nigga wanted to be petty and was walking real slow. So by the time fat ass got to my front door, here come this nigga coming around the back, coming around the back, coming up to the front, just staring at us. So fat ass is looking like, who is that? And I'm like, I don't know, because they had never met. Because they had never met one another. So I was like, I don't know. And so my ex is looking at fat ass and me. Fat ass looking at my ex and me. I'm standing there like, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on in the house. It's cold. So, yeah. So we get in the bed and fat ass is like, so we get in the bed. My ex is texting my iPhone talking about, are you good? Because he knew that me and fat ass would get into like very large arguments. But thank God I had my iPhone on Do Not Disturb. So, he couldn't see it or whatever. So we laying in the bed in the dark, and fat ass just like out of nowhere was like, I know you know who that nigga was, and I nicely went like I was asleep, like nigga, we not about to have this conversation. No, I don't want to do this with you,
right?
Okay, because I already know you out there cheating, but no, we're not about to have a conversation. But that's my one and only story about sneaking someone out the back door. I've never been snuck out the back door. I'm not a backdoor hoe. But I
don't think I've never had to sneak out the back door. Like, I always made sure if I was going to be doing anything, I know how to time my shit, okay? I know you're not coming, or I know you mad, or we not know where I know you're going to pull up to.
I'm just too old to be anybody's side chick at this point in my life. I just feel like as you mature and as you grow older, you want different things out of life. And nothing against people who are side chicks or side dudes or, you know, living your best life. Which I feel like living your best life is cold for I'm just going to be a hoe. That's just how I feel. But I just feel like when you get older and you mature, you just want different things out of life. Like, I'm single, so me dating multiple dudes don't bother me. But I'm saying dating like we're hanging out. But I'm not about to just be out here be somebody's side chick or just, you know, boinking for any reason just to say I boinked. No, I'm not about to do all that.
Be one of.
Yeah, and I'm not even looking for a status like be somebody's girlfriend. Just one person I'm cool with, I can chill with, get shmoney with, build with, have great sex with. That's all I need. Let me find my 80-20 and one dude and I'm good.
Feed me, fuck me.
No, I can't. I don't want 80-20 and multiple dudes. Give me 80-20 and one dude.
That's not even 80-20 anymore. You just getting out there.
Yeah. So to the
if you got 80-20 and multiple dudes, you got like 10.
You got 75. You got 74-26. That's what you got. 74-26. Okay.
Oh shit, we gotta put that on the shirt.
We do. Anyway, what the hell is 74-26? Don't worry about all that. But you got 74-26.
That's what you got.
Come on, Lo. Pray for these niggas.
I'm praying for them, Trap.
A faithful person with nasty sex.
Yes, Money 1981. Yes, a faithful person with nasty sex.
Yes.
But let me tell you something, ladies. When we are, and men too, when you out here praying for your spouse, like the person that you want to be with, because shout out to Nicole Ari Parker. She actually put up the prayer she prayed that ended her up with her husband, Boris Kojo. You got to be specific in your prayer, okay? You got to be specific about what you want in them physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, and I think it's okay to let God know that, you know, if you want him to have a big penis and can work it, or if you want her to have a, you know, tight enough.
Want it tight or fat? What? Is it supposed to be tight or fat?
I mean, if you want it tight and fat, pray for that too. You gotta be specific. The Lord say, take it to the altar and be specific in your prayer.
We talked about this. We did talk about this last night.
Who?
Right. Praying for what you want.
Yes. You gotta be specific. I'm gonna write mine down tonight.
I told you, I wrote my list down. And God sent me this man. Everything was good. I can't even lie. But the nigga was crazy. I guess I forgot to put it on the list. I forgot to put it.
Well, did you write it in pencil? Because if you wrote it in pencil,
somebody else came and wrote behind me.
Yeah.
No, it was in pen. It was in the notebook.
Well, start it over.
And I sat down.
Start it over. Like, Lord, I got a new list. You know, walk up to heaven gates with your paper in your hand and shake it. Jesus. Jesus. I got a new one. Peter. Yeah. Peter, tell him I'm here. Peter, tell him I'm here. Tell him. He probably know I'm here because he know all, but tell him I'm here. You know. He said, wait a minute, Dad, what did you call it?
He said tsunami.
Tsunami and juicy.
Tsunami.
And juicy. All right, man. I mean, if that's what you want, Monday night to anyone, put that down on a piece of paper.
You know.
And take it to the Lord.
You know, look, he don't want wet. He wanted Katrina, okay?
I mean, hey, you know, listen.
But yeah.
Ask for it.
God sent me this great
New Loose Lips podcast.
Like 40, every girl to that motherfucker flip. And I said, you know what? I should have knew when I found out his ass was in the Marines.
Yeah, because they crazy.
They crazy as fuck.
But did you hit it, though?
That's why you got all this shit and ain't got nobody to share with you because your ass is motherfucking crazy.
Did you hit it?
No, I didn't hit it.
Let me tell you something, fellas. Us females, we talk just like y'all.
I didn't hit it. He definitely
licked it.
One night almost, but you know, it was one of those, we that one out. You want to let me rub you down? Okay, I'm gonna let you rub me down. What's your muscles and stuff?
You stupid.
And he had a rub oil on my little flat booty, you know.
Oh, so y'all did the set it off scene with Jada Pinkett in that back.
Rub me down.
Okay.
Put the pennies down. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Not, I know, ma'am. I know you did not go over there trying to be all good girl. I should slap you. Put this slap on hold when I see you Saturday. The hell?
Listen, you know, because I'm gonna tell you, I was like, you know what? He was definitely not my hood nigga. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he already had to. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna try to do this the right way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just let you just take some things. We had been out a few times already anyway.
Right.
Okay, so I knew his birthday was coming up. So, you know, that had happened. Then I had wanted to do something for his birthday, but he decided he wanted to do something else, so we ended up doing something else. Mm-hmm. So he really took me out for his birthday. The next night he was having a big party, and I knew that I was probably going to be staying over, more than likely staying over. So I had planned, you know, for his birthday, after the party, you know, he showed out before then, so he never got the keys.
Okay.
And he showed his ass out because he didn't get the keys. So you really didn't get the keys.
No, you got to be selective with who you give your goodies up to now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My goodies have been on lock, and they will stay that way. I just want someone to speak to my soul, that excites my soul, that sparks a fire, that speaks to me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, like on all levels. Like I want all my five senses to tingle.
Say everything.
Everything. I just feel like a lot of times we settle just to say, oh, I got this or I did that. Nah, I ain't selling it.
God gonna have to come back and be like, that's it.
Yeah, like God gonna have to walk up and tap like your fam. And just that's it. Like I'm like, oh, that's me, Jesus? Right, thank you. That's me? That's me, Jesus? I thank you, fam. Yeah, I catch you Sunday. 10%. Listen, light bill was due. I got 5. And I can do a payment plan on the other 5. Right. But I see them. You know, yeah, you're right. That's how it's gonna have to be. Yeah. So
I think we've both been on the bench for a while.
I tell you how long I've been on the bench. Please.
But I've been on the bench before you was on the bench.
I don't know. I have been on the bench since July 5th.
Yeah, I've been on the bench for that.
It's been 14 weeks as of today since I last had sex.
It's okay.
I mean, honestly, I'm a person
it don't bother me.
It don't bother me either because I'm not a person who has to have it. But if I'm kicking it with someone, then we connected, yeah, I want to give it to you all the time. But if I don't have that, then I'm cool on it and plus I just be so busy and with everything I got going on now, like I have to have a real secure man in my life.
I think with my ex, it doesn't bother me not to have sex. So when it got to when we were like we get mad or I was upset, it wouldn't bother me.
There goes Debbie getting off the couch again.
It wouldn't bother me not to have sex, and that bothered him. Like it was almost like I didn't give a like you coming in, and we ain't got shit for you.
Listen, if I'm not even fooling with you on like a mental level, I don't even want to be around you.
We're not doing it. And it like now when we have it, I like you said when you keep doing somebody we can do this all day. We can do it all day, all week. But if we're not doing it, it doesn't bother me. Like when I first moved here, I didn't have sex for almost 2 years. And I was not bothered. The people that work was just like, how do you come to work every day and be smiling? What the fuck you mean?
Because sex is not the only thing that makes people happy, people.
Right. It doesn't bother me.
Listen, I'm good. The type of person that I am, because I'm on this journey of entrepreneurship, like my kids and business come first. Mm-hmm. And then if a man comes into my life, he got to be secure. Because in his position, in the team that I got around me. But I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm good. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just worried about stacking this money. And that's all I'm worried about. Getting paid and not getting laid. So, Deb, you got anything else you want to add to that before we get into the loose spins?
Another episode for that ass. Loose lips.
All right. So, this is our second week of loose spins. And we got, if y'all hear noise, that's my necklace. For some reason, my jury likes to make guest appearances and it makes a lot of noises. We got a lot of submissions for the loose spins. If you want to submit, like if you're an artist and you want to submit your music, hell, even if you do poetry like spoken word, because I love listening to that, email us, looselipspodcast@gmail.com. Lips is with 2 S's because somebody forgot that. And submit your music to us or your spoken word poetry and we will play it. So we have, let me see, I wrote this down. All right, so the first song comes from Oneal featuring SVSkee, Kilo. So to our lovers and friends on Instagram, you may not be able to hear this. However, you should be subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Iheart Radio, Soundcloud, our YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and make the disclaimer. We do not own the rights to these songs, but these people submitted the songs to us to play them, so don't yank our shit down, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and get into Kilo. Oneal featuring SVSkee.
Heard that she got caught up, she's a snitch, Now you bout to die with this bitch, Now you bout to die with your bitch, Red dot on the side, niggas down to ride. My frontline niggas ride, they just down to die. But they just want the money from the kilo. They just want the money from the kilo. Red dot on the side, niggas down to ride. My frontline niggas ride, they just down to die. But they just want the money from the kilo. They just want the money from the kilo.
Riding on them like an Amtrak. Damn that, used to hustle with a grand pack. F&D where I used to stand at. Now first the be playing peekaboo. I've been feeling on top, you should see the view. To my team, we gon' see it through. And if you got the vision, you should see it too. All about that plug talk, never use a landline. I was taught to follow steps, look out for them landmines. All my punches follow up, guaranteed the landmines. Feeling like I'm young Nash, I will give that man dimes. Had some wishes, they ain't grant mine. I was pitching where they can't grind. So I get it what they can't find. Shit, they know the work, don't gotta stamp mine.
Red dot on the side, niggas down the ride. My frontline niggas ride, they just down to die. But they just want the money from the kilo. They just want the money from the kilo. Red dot on the side, niggas down the ride. My frontline niggas ride, they just down to die. But they just want the money from the kilo. They just want the money from the kilo.
It sounded like his nose was kind of stopped up at the beginning, but after Riley curls on you.
And so that was Oneal featuring SVSkee, Kilo. I liked it. Debbie said he sounded stopped up.
It
But
curls
hey,
on you after you get past
it will.
the
He
initial
just, just a Kilo.
And it might just sound different because I'm hearing it how everybody else hear it.
Did you not listen to it while I was already in the inbox?
Huh?
Did you not listen to it in
So
the
what?
Did you not listen to it in the inbox?
Yeah. I listened. That was the one that had the two tones, right?
I guess.
He had a whole string of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next song, let's see. The next song is Substance Abuse. Right. Okay, no. Bridges featuring Aceyalone. Substance Abuse. I hope I'm saying it right. Listen, you next. Just go ahead and play it.
Building bridges that spread out like prisms, reflective and see-through, while others in prison sharing walls that's not equal. Run by devils who see shares and not people. Want to keep you in the system, watching trauma like drama with the popcorn and Twizzlers. But I'm chill, rather trade it for a beer and a vape pen. I hope you hear what I'm saying, cause I ain't playing. No matter how hard the pill or sour the drug is, there's no excuse for being counterproductive. Caught in the vacuum and you power the suction, trying to clean up the mess, but you're out of a dustbin. To grow we need light, but then cause we gotta get over before we go under. You wanna cross the bridge, but you ain't got the toll. You wrote some bars to spit, but you ain't got the soul. You like to talk a grip, but you ain't on a roll. You like the cars and chicks, but you ain't got the dough. You wanna floss some chips, but you don't have the green. You wanna block the bridges that help people to convene. You want the Glocks and clips, but the thug ain't in your jeans. You wanna bark that bitch for building bridges. They all wanna get over, it's all the same. Some like to draw it out, stopping the lanes and get the falling down. Don't forget that part of the game, but many just like to cross it and they set it aflame. Now ain't it a shame? It's a common gap in rap. Or the generations that is handicapped, perhaps the ones who paved the road in gold still have to pay the whole toll. One way or another is facts. We lack pulling it more together even though we need to. The great divide, something that we can see too. But I promise you I will never leave you abandoned. I stand in unity with the people. Bridge the size old and the young and the people that sleep up under it from lightning and thunder and the stomachs are still rumbling. They all wanna fight, just scrapping for crumbs cause they cannot get a bite. It's sad. On the other hand, I ain't even mad. Get it? How you living like I live in the lab? They show me love, I take it like it's all you can grab, but then I give it right back cause it's all that I have. You wanna cross the bridge, but you ain't got the toll. You wrote some bars to spit, but you ain't got the soul. You like to talk a grip, but you ain't on a roll. You like the cars and chicks, but you ain't got the dough. You wanna floss some chips, but you don't have the green. Wanna block the bridges that help people to convene. You want the Glocks and clips, but the thug ain't in your jeans. You wanna bark that bitch, but building bridges is a thing. From Generation X to millennials, we tend to build the bridges that some never will. Divisions made us seldom real. The baby boomers boom us to be kids of
substance abuse. I hope I'm saying it right. Alright, so our last song, this was my favorite song out of the bunch that came through this week. It's called Brand New, Flexx Gotti. You like this one?
Of course. I told you haven't watched the snaps. I didn't know you watched them.
Yeah, I watched snaps with the volume on.
I downloaded him the other day.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. So this is our fave for the week. So we're gonna have to post him. We gotta find his IG. So this is our fave, brand new, Flexx Gotti. Debbie. Let's get. I really should be a fucking DJ. I really fucking should be a DJ. Like, I'm just got this shit.
Right. I'm feeling good, what it do? Fuck it, bitch, bought it too. Oh, damn. Sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn. I just made a play on acting brand new. Damn. Big rule, Flexx heel, big fool. Feeling good, what it do? Fucking bitch, bought it too. Oh, damn. Sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn. I just made a play on acting brand new. Oh, damn. Big rule, Flexx heel, big fool. Made me like Mike in the George. Kobe in the fourth, you know I'm scoring. Little basic bit, real born. Near freak bit, fuck me in the morning. King got the jungle, this the zoo. Peekaboo city, hunters turning blue. Gorilla glue, leave a sticky residue. Ooh, feeling good, what it do? Damn, that money caller, bitch, I'm back to ballers. Ooh, damn, baby steps, you little P, I'm still crawling. Ooh, baby chopper, too early, my extra polish. Big green, I'm with Kyrie up in Boston. I'm feeling good, what it do? Fucking bitch, bought it too. Oh, damn. Sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn. I just made a play on acting brand new. Damn. Big rule, Flexx heel, big fool. Feeling good, what it do? Fucking bitch, bought it too. Oh, damn. Sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn. I just made a play on acting brand new. Oh, damn. Big rule, Flexx heel, big fool. Keep it real, dog, nigga, keep it straight. Loyalty the only way I operate. Big boy meals on his dinner plate. You bit with me, that's why she running late. Ooh, damn, you ain't know that I was savage. Roger Rabbit, how I'm Flexx up with these cats. Plenty bitches, I ain't tryna do no marriage. Back for your lame man, get embarrassed. Feeling good, what it do? Fuck it, bitch, bought it too. Ooh, damn, sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn, I just made a play on acting brand new. Damn, big rule, Flexx heel, big fool. Feeling good, what it do? Fucking bitch, bought it too. Ooh, damn, sip exclusive pint, seal, brand new. Damn, I just made a play on acting brand new. Ooh, damn, big rule, Flexx heel, big fool.
That was Flexx Gotti. And breaking news, this just happened. If anyone cares, Quavo just dropped his solo album, Quavo Huncho. It is now available on all streaming platforms.
Ooh.
I am interested in listening to that to see what it sounds like. So I am downloading it now.
So you download it now?
Yes. Because, at my job, we have no signal. I have to have my
Shout
music.
out to all the new music that dropped. Okay?
Everybody dropped.
Have you downloaded a lot of music this week?
I have, I've been so freaking busy this week. I feel like I've missed out on a lot of stuff.
Okay. So, Flexx Gotti, I dropped him.
Yeah.
I added him this week. He just dropped the album Big Groove. I downloaded T.I.
I heard great things about the T.I. album.
Yes. And I know when we talked about Carter 5,
yeah,
Kevin Gates dropped the same day.
I'm not really into Okay, hold up. Let me ask you. Flexx Gotti. I'm on Apple Music now. Is it Night Shift?
Big Groove.
Big Groove. Hold on. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
But you should be able to type him in FLEXX.
Gotti, G-O-T. Oh, I see it. Oh, he's got a song with Mario?
Yeah, girl. They got a video out.
Okay.
Video hot.
Let me add that. Shout out to Malio. Let me give you some gunshots. Let me give you... No.
Malio put up a snap about... No, he actually posted on... Well, it was on Snapchat, but he put it on Facebook because that's why I seen it. He made a video about things you shouldn't do while listening to Flexx Gotti.
Oh, okay. See, I listen, I don't know why, but I watch everybody's snaps and their Insta stories in silence.
And you shouldn't. I tell you, you miss so much when you listen to them in silence.
Because some shit I come across, I'm like, you know what? Nope. So I'm good. But shout out to all of everybody who submitted their music this week. If you do submit your music, please submit it in an MP3 format. I don't think we really made that known when we were posting this stuff, so I apologize because a lot of y'all submitted things with your SoundCloud links, which we did listen, but unfortunately, the best way to get the songs to us is in an MP3 format, so I'll be able to download it so that way we will be able to play it on the podcast. Once again, we do not own the rights to any of this music, but these people submitted these songs to us, so don't yank our shit down.
Thank you.
Okay, please and thank you.
Loose Lips Podcast for that.
So, anything else? Oh, yes. Okay, so next weekend, October 20th, myself and Debbie will be at Sky Lounge here in Greenville, South Carolina, hosting the 80s Babies Party along with an ass of other motherfucking people. Shout out to Golden Visions for giving us the opportunity. We appreciate it. Also, make sure you check out Gotta plug my own artist. Make sure you check out Download That Loyalty and Commitment 2 on all streaming platforms. Go check out that video. This one, we are actually reshooting the video. This one, so we're going to give you a whole brand new look to the song. I think that's about all I got. Everything else, I don't like to speak on nothing if it's not set in stone. Everything else is not set in stone, so I'm not going to speak about it. Anything else, Debbie?
Nope. Outside of we know we got an interview coming up this weekend, but...
Oh, yeah, Tracy Lachey is coming on the show.
Will be here this weekend. Y'all will hear that next week. Yeah.
And we got some other interviews coming up. As always, people, I've been checking the numbers. Our Spotify numbers have been going up. I see that most everybody listening to us on the Apple Podcast. I really appreciate that because I got an iPhone. Everything to me is Apple. I love Apple. Apple loves me back. Thank you, guys. I've been looking at the numbers. We're almost at 5K downloads. I keep pushing it. I'm pushing it. Please continue to download. Please continue to stream, rate, review, and subscribe to us. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Iheart Radio, Soundcloud, TuneIn app, our YouTube channel, Loose Lips Podcast. If you follow us on Instagram, we got that link in the bio that takes you to everything Loose Lips. Get your Loose Lips apparel. We're going to be introducing some new items soon because I know the winter time is coming up. Just bear with me because I'm working on some designs. And my creators are not here where I am at. They're in different states. I'm working with people in different states, different time zones. So just bear with me. But as of right now, go get what we currently have available. Hit that link, shoploselips.bitcartel.com or email shoploselips@gmail.com. Submit your music, submit your listening letters, looselipspodcast@gmail.com. Lips is with 2 S's.
Remember that when you type it in, 2 S's.
Yes, Trap, we had to call you out. We still love you.
Yeah.
And you lucky Debbie sitting at DM before I did. Anything else, Deborah?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 33, Treyway of Loose Lips Podcast. We appreciate you all tonight. Thank you to our lovers and friends that tuned in tonight. Yes, I was in the black because I'm motherfucking tired. I will be on go starting now. Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.